Welcome to the stream, everybody. Hamtaro here, checking in for this NA Summer Cash Cup number 6. This is indeed a best-of-1 quarterfinal matchup here between RBG and Verum. Both teams on a fairly traditional bye here on Nuke. Verum moving towards ramp room, but Clasia and Wiz able to get those initial picks. They're immediately met with a pair of trades and then a third kill coming in from Scottio. Verum on the one-man advantage here. They are going for the plant. Walco moving in. Not quite able to get the angle he wanted from Silo there. It's going to leave only Hext remaining for RBG. Hext making his way back towards Hut here. Not a whole lot of space to work with, and Scottio right there to land the USP headshot. Verum out to an early 1-0 lead here on Nuke. Wiz opening up big with that scout, backed up by Walco on the Desert Eagle. That's 3 Ts quickly picked off outside here in this eco. Working out so far for RBG, but Jack's able to take out Chop on secret stairs there. Still a one-man advantage for RBG. Still a good shot at pulling off this eco. Nice play from Hext, using his patience there, and then moving back up secret stairs just at the right moment. Chew from Mini, though. Gonna get the trade on Hex just a few seconds later. Chew left in a 1v2 here. He does have the bomb. Chew's got his eyes on Wiz, flies up the vent and does finish the kill there. Wiz down. Clasia versus Chew. Chew with only 42 HP. Clasia with a Galil. Chew on the AK still, of course. Clasia outside Squeaky. Might get flanked here. Chew thought about opening Squeaky. Holds off on it for now. Clasia about to check Hut. Looks like he's going to stick the bomb. He doesn't have a kit. He's got no choice. It would have already been defused if he had a kit. But Chew finally coming through with the headshot USP there. Verum grabs himself a second round early here on Nuke. This is indeed a best-of-1. Squeaky open. T's not quite moving out yet, though. A lot of suspense here. Chew finally making that peek onto Squeaky. Finds Walco next to first vents. Takes him out with that quick headshot from the AK. Chew did get tagged down to 32 there in the midst of that. Clasia coming up huge with the Deagle and ramp boost. Takes out 2. Ultimately does get traded. He's making their way down to lower now. Scadio on the plant. Chop with a decently placed HE. I thought that was going to do more damage, actually. Only took Scadio down to 84. 3-on-3 situation. RBG not totally out of this one yet. Wiz does have that Galil. Hex getting taken out, only had a USP. Wiz does fall. That was the only rifle remaining for RBG. Pendulum getting the final kill there as he wraps vent corner onto Chop. And RBG with the chance to buy here, looking to get their first round on the board. Wiz on that AWP. Let's see if they mix up anything defensively here, position-wise. No major action yet. Scadio dropping a Molotov into A, but Verum not committing towards either site quite yet. Chu did make his way down vents. Going to be found by Walco there in secret halls. One-man advantage here for RBG. Clasia still holding down his traditional spot and ramp there. I'm trying to see if they can make their way into ramp, moving past vending. About to come out ramp entrance. They're actually in ramp room now. That's Frankie out first. It's actually falling back a few steps here. Pendulum with a big pick there outside hell. See if that can swing things in Verum's favor. Once again here, Pendulum up heaven. But Hexton Chop with some strong defensive picks there. Pendulum trading with 3, though, and that's only going to leave Clasia remaining. 1v1 situation. Clasia does pick up that M4. Pendulum only tagged down to 74. Does have the bomb. 5 seconds remaining. Looks like he will get the plant down. Clasia rotating through hazard door and a perfect peek there. Finishes the spray onto Pendulum. Pendulum actually did have a chance to fire back there. That could have ended badly for Clasia, but RBG does secure the round. They will get their first round of the match here. No major movement yet here from either side here in round 5. Two MP9s defensively holding inner there. Let's see if Verum can exploit that. Chop in the corner of that smoke of Mini. He started out with an accurate positioning of the crosshair there, but it did backfire. Chu getting a second. Takes out Walco in Big Garage, and this could spell disaster for RBG as Hex moves into Hut. Frankie finding a third member of RBG here. Verum not losing a player yet. Wiz making contact in lobby. That's Pendulum falling on the T side, but this is going to be too tall of a task, most likely, for Wiz and Clasia on a two-man retake here. Wiz tagged all the way down to 12 from that last interaction. C4 will indeed detonate, and Verum out to an early 4-1 lead here. This is a best of one, so every round that much more crucial than a BO3. Pendulum making contact outside, not quite able to finish the kill onto Clasia through that smoke grenade. Clasia falling back, getting some help from Walco, who actually did dink Scottio all the way on T-side silo there. But ultimately, Walco only had a USP, succumbing to that AK fire. It was at the lower angle as well, which doesn't help. Clasia and Hex, though, coming up big with a pair of headshots there near lobby. Chu moving into A site during that crossfire. One-man advantage for Verum. Another pick coming in from Pendulum, and Chop with the one-tap. Coming up big with the P2000 there, but he's only got 44 HP remaining. Going in a 1v2 here. Pendulum going to finish him off, coming out of mini there, and Verum extending their lead to 4 rounds here, looking crisp on Nuke. Walco about to make contact from Secret Stairs, making the peak. And there is some friendly fire coming in there instead of the trade. Scottio actually got the initial pick, but getting TK'd there by his teammate. Jack sitting at 10 HP, Pendulum at 21. RBG with 4 players at full health still. Lacking some head armor, but RBG positionally still in a good spot to pull this off. 47 seconds remaining. Hex likely going to have to get at least 1 pick here if Verum decides to commit to a site. They are grouping up at the beginning of Hut now. Pendulum using that Molotov. Some more utility going off from the T's here. They're running inside. Pendulum landing that initial headshot onto Hex. Bomb being planted. One-man advantage for Verum. Frankie finding another. That's Clasia down in Rafters. Wiz in Chop verse 4. This might be too rough of a retake. It looks like they will indeed take the more conservative route here and be saving their weapons. Wiz saving that AWP. Chop with an M4 in hand. biggest lead of the match so far for Verum, up by 5 here in the first half. RBG in another rough economic situation as well. Wiz able to maintain that AWP. Chop on the M4, but 3 Deagles rounding out the lineup. Walko proving me wrong so far. Lands a headshot with that Deagle to draw first blood here. Wiz able to put that AWP to use again. Finds Pendulum early outside here. Still a minute 30 remaining on the round. Big plays from RBG's Deagles to finish things out there, and RBG will grab their second round of the match. Impressive eco from them. Wiz again retaining that AWP. RBG now able to get full rifles in utility. Looks like a rush here from Verum, trying to get down Vents early. Chop taking out Chu with a nade as he comes out of Squeaky there. It looks like Verum will get at least 2 members down. Vents here. Pendulum, Frankie looking to meet up with them from Secret. Frankie with a big 2K outside. That's Walko and Wiz down. Deadly AK shots from Frankie there. Chop looking to get some revenge on a Frankie outside. Does land the M4 headshot. Frankie down. 3v2 situation, 1-man advantage for RBG. Chop sitting at 36 HP. Verum defending the bomb. Clasia and Hex already moving up on the C4. They know Verum's got to be in one of these sets of doors here. Jax opening opposite door by Control Room. Lands the kill right before Hex has a chance to return fire through that smoke. Clasia, nice kill on the Scodio near control, but Jax coming through at the last second, but the defuse still went off. Incredible commit there from RBG on the defuse. They will indeed grab themselves a third round. Looks like Verum might be taking a tactical timeout here. 3 members have not bought yet on the T side. Still discussing how they want to approach this, it seems. Live play has resumed. That's a wild round we just came off there. RBG, pros don't fake. Clasia back to soloing ramp room here defensively. First blood from Hex drops Chu and Hut. Frankie succumbing to some spam and HE nades there as well. Gets dropped to below half health. Minute 13 on the clock. Jax entering for his team into ramp there. Does drop Wiz, but Clasia on the immediate trade from close ramp wall. Verum still making their way towards B, though. Pendulum coming around from Vents. Lands that headshot onto Walko. 1v2 situation. Scodio has to get off the plant there. Falls back behind Silo. Brings it to a 1v1 after taking out Chop, but Hex right there for the trade. And RBG brings this to within 2 rounds here. This is a best of 1, as mentioned before, so every round even more crucial than a BO3. Hex with a huge play there. Lines up a triple with the AK outside of hut. Walko finishing things off. And RBG making that round look so casual despite it being an eco. Verum still not in the best economic situation here. Looks like they're going to be on 3 deagles and an AK. Minute 15 on the clock. Verum look like they want to lean towards outside here. They're going to make contact with Walko, though. Pendulum distracted by the player in mini. Scotio does get the trade. 4-on-4 situation now with less than a minute remaining on the round. Hex still in a decent position here, especially if that smoke starts dissipating soon, which it hasn't yet. Verum already making their way across. This could prove fatal for RBG as all 4 members of Verum just made it down secret, but Wiz immediately taking out 2 from opposite door stairs, almost landing a 3rd there. Looked like he tagged him, but he didn't. And Chu able to get a good angle on Clasia there, but not landing any damage yet. 2v4 situation. It's only Chu remaining now. Hex making quick work of him with that AK as time was expiring. Things all tied up now at 6 apiece. Pendulum already out squeaky, and once again friendly fire striking, this time on behalf of Scotio. I think he was the recipient of the friendly fire a few rounds ago. Maybe some karma evening itself out there. Frankie with a nice pick outside through that smoke drops Clasia. Chop and Wiz getting out ahead of things defensively here, bringing the 1-man advantage to the CTs again, but Jax evening things out. 2-on-2, minute 13 remaining. Some HEs and utility headed right at Chop there. He's ultimately going to succumb to that AK fire from Jax. I think he was partially blind there as well. Only Wiz remaining with that AWP. Let's see if he decides to save or not. He might still be going for this. Wiz coming up heaven. Gonna have to deal with both Verum players near hut here. Wiz moving up, doesn't have much time to work with. Gonna have to fake soon here. Those footsteps, I'm pretty sure were heard by at least 1 member of Verum there. Smoke down, Wiz moving up, not any time left. He's gonna have to save this, tries to get a kill with the Tech 9, but not enough space, not enough time. That round going the way of Verum, who regained the lead by a single round here. Wiz watching outside early with the AWP. It pays off. Pendulum down after boosting on the T side of boxes outside. Klasia picking up a kill again at ramp. Nice pick from him, partially through that smoke grenade. Chop with another pick through a smoke. Walko about to make contact with Scotty by Mini. Not able to finish the kill, though. Jax taking advantage of that. Walko down, but Verum still in a 2v4 situation. Scotty sitting only at 25 HP. This is going to be a rough one for Verum to overcome here. They do have 58 seconds to work with. Jax still has the C4. Scadio moving in from heaven, but Chop right there waiting. Perfect angle from Chop. Lands the headshot looking up towards heaven. Jax, let's see if he can get some revenge. He does land the headshot onto Chop. Gets a second headshot. Whipping up onto Klasia past default. Jax on the plant. Able to avoid that Molotov. Wiz missing the opportunity there, no pun intended, but gets the second shot. Nice headshot there from Wiz, and RBG again tying things up, this time at 7 apiece.
Bomb has been defused. Counter-terrorists win.
We've got ourselves a match here. RBG sending 3 towards ramp early here, actually, but Wiz still holding down outside with the AWP. Verum moving out squeaky early. Hex able to land that headshot through the smoke onto Pendulum, but Scotty looking to go down vents, decides not to, actually. Went to go fall back with his team. Chop gonna make him pay for that through that smoke near squeaky. Bomb down near first vent. Jax was only 41 HP and 1 teammate to help him out. 2v5 here for Verum. Wiz. Nice angling with that AWP outside, and Hex finishing things off with a headshot onto Frankie. First half going the way of RBG by a single round. We'll be going live for the second half in just a few minutes. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back. We are indeed going live for the second half here. Quarterfinal, best of one on Nuke between Verum and RBG. RBG up by 1. RBG opting to not buy any upgraded pistols. Looks like they're moving towards an A-rush. Klasia leading the way out Hut, landing those first 2 headshots. That's Klasia and Walko Chop looking up towards heaven and finding a third for RBG. Hex watching that Hut flank. Good intuition there, finds Pendulum. But Chu coming out strong from heaven. This might be too little too late, though. Finds a third. He would have had to go for the ace there. Some nice accuracy for Chu, but just too many terrorists to deal with there. RBG increasing their lead to 2 rounds here. Looks like a timeout has been taken by Verum. They're indeed on a bye here. RBG, of course, on a full bye as well, coming off that pistol dub. But Verum with 4 upgraded pistols, a scout in the hands of Pendulum. RBG potentially looking to be aggressive at A again here. Holding off for now, though. Pendulum with a good angle onto Wiz. Capitalizes on it. Double scoped scout headshot onto T-side silo outside there. Walko moving up Hut. Chop moving past red container. Will make visual contact there with Pendulum. Jack's making contact with Walko. Will indeed register the kill onto Walko with that 5-7. Chop nearly with that pick near heaven, but instead getting tagged down to 15 HP, and it's only Hex remaining after a big Desert Eagle play from Chu, moving up secret stairs, nabbing 2 members of the T's there. It's only Hex remaining now. 1v5 Iron Man situation with the MAC-10 here. Nice initial pick onto Chu, but only 38 seconds to work with. Does have the AK-47. Probably would have... Oh! Maybe going to prove me wrong here. Does hit that headshot, but he's all the way down to 30 HP. I was going to say he was probably going to get traded there, but somehow slipped back behind red container. RBG's lead sliced to a single round. RBG trying to look for a pick at ramp, but Wiz getting dinked. That's Frankie on defense. Ultimately found from that deagle accuracy of Wiz. Pendulum using his own deagle here below heaven, but ultimately getting traded by Hexed. Nice pick from Chu from hell into ramp room there. That's only going to leave Chop remaining. Does have a decent amount of health to work with. No helmet. Moving A right now. Chu only has 16 HP. If he can take care of him, make this a 1v1 real quick, and then pick up the bomb. Easier said than done. Scadio on that slight chair boost in vending machine here. And able to ultimately get that headshot onto Chop. Not much Chop could do about that one unless he had his crosshair pre-fired there. Things all tied up at 9. This could still go either way here in the second half. This is indeed a best of 1. So the drama is increasing by the round here. Pendulum moving up outside with that MP9. Chopped down to 16, looking for a second. But all these pistols returning fire. Pendulum not quite able to get a second. He's still alive, though, and that's only one member remaining for RBG now. Wiz with that Deagle and a Dream does down Pendulum, who was hunting outside for him. Not a whole lot Wiz can do here. He does hear those footsteps. Jax coming around. Red Container gets the jumping MP9 headshot. Verum recapturing the lead here by a single round, and it's getting a bit spicy here. Hex moving up. Hut waits just long enough for Jax to push into Hut. Hex with the crouch headshot. Still a lot of time for RBG to work with here. Not making any major moves yet. After that pick, nice second pick from Wiz. Shooting down from T-side silo, finding that accurate pick onto Chu coming up secret stairs. RBG grouping up outside T lobby. Looks like they maybe want to lean outside. They're still uncommitted. A lot of smokes going down. Wiz, nice patience. Finds Frankie pushing from vending machines. It's going to leave Pendulum to rotate. Does land the op shot. Gets tagged just a bit. Gonna get caught in those Molotovs. Does find a second kill despite the chaos there. Walko ultimately on the trade with the AUG. It's gonna be only Scadio remaining for the CTs here, AK in hand. Scotty coming up. Vince nearly has the spray there for the initial kill, but not quite. Tied again, this time at 10 rounds apiece. Verum deciding to run a double AWP setup here. That's Frankie and Pendulum on the snipers. RBG not running an AWP here on the offensive side. RBG spreading out a bit here. This seems to be their default as of the past few rifle rounds. RBG thought about rotating outside, still undecided. Looks like they want to pop off some utility there again. Whether or not they actually push outside remains to be seen here. Looks like they will commit to outside at least for now. Moving past Red Container, but Chu finding Chop right in between those two smokes. Maybe not landing quite as flush as they would have wanted. Hexed and Wiz, though. Nice pair of headshots outside mini and down secret stairs. Hex did get tagged down to 5. We're left in a 3-on-3, 35 seconds remaining. Wiz already down in B site, but the bomb not there with him. It's in the hands of Hexed. Hex moving through mini to A now. Looks like he might have thought about vents, but Hex ultimately will drop vents, but Frankie there waiting with the AWP had just wrapped around from secret, and Jax letting a headshot Onto Clasia outside Squeaky with that M4. It's all up to Wiz now, moving towards opposite side. Vent entry finds the kill onto Frankie, but no time remaining. Wiz will indeed safely save the AWP, but Verum will again recapture the lead by a single round. Looks like timeout taken by RBG here. RBG already moving out Squeaky here, not quite able to get control of A yet. Pendulum and Scotty on the trade. Scotty double headshot looking down from Hut towards Squeaky. Wiz on the flank there, or the flank angle I should say, falls back to Squeaky. Chop on the baiting trade there. Not that I'm not necessarily saying he was baiting, but they pulled out Verum to peek just enough there, and that round will go to RBG. This just keeps going back and forth. Verum not in the best economic situation now, though. Forced to buy. They've got 3 deagles, an MP9 and a scout. Pendulum narrowly missing outside. Wiz gonna make him pay, as he has the more powerful sniper there of the two. Chu still trying to find something with that deagle by Red Container. Chop gonna make him pay for peeking maybe a bit too much there. 3 players remaining for Verum. Still a minute 18 here. Wiz still being patient outside with this AWP. Frankie pushing from ramp room. Hex steps up into vending machine and lands the headshot with the glow. Clasia throwing his AK into the mix there, and that's going to leave only Scadio remaining with the MP9. Not a whole lot he can do here, as RBG has already taken B side, about to plant the bomb. 25 seconds left. It's not going to matter now. Bomb is planted. Scadio maybe trying to get an exit and then save a rifle here. He's going to have his chance, maybe. Narrowly misses Walco and Vents there. Might be forced to just try to save the MP9 now, but he's going to run into some contact from T-Spawn here. And Clasia making Scotty pay for being a bit too casual, jumping out of lobby there. And now it's RBG up by 1. Can they hold on to this lead or increase it? Or can Verum fire back during the eco round here? Verum stacking outside with 4 USPs here. They've got Jax way Getting back near A. Pendulum is going to be the one landing the headshot out of the group there. Wiz responding fire, though. Finds 2. Clasia peeking out from lobby. Finds a 3rd. Verum still making a good go at it there. A couple more trades coming in, but Jax left in a 1v2 there with the USP. Not a whole lot he could do. RBG increasing their lead to 2 late here in the second half. A lot of early utility being put down from both teams. Pendulum nearly lining up a collateral there. I think his op actually did go through and tag Walco in the leg. Walco has an AWP of his own. Pendulum ultimately did get traded there. So Verum missing an AWP now. Chu, nice headshot onto Clasia outside T-side mini. His position now known. Hex able to finish off the kill there. Headshot from his Galil. .3v3 situation. Just over a minute left on the round. Hex upgrading to that AK. Chop not quite moving through secret yet. He knows there's likely a defensive player waiting for him, and there is. It's Jax right around the corner there. Jax taking a few steps forward, about to make contact with Chop. Jedi side strafes away from the bullets. Still able to fall back and throws a Jedi nade as well. That HE going to take out Walco. Jax following that up with a FAMAS pick as well. Chop able to get the trade. Does get tagged down to 33 in the midst of that chaos. Chop left in a 1v2. Only 20 seconds left. Still going to go for it here, but Scotty finds him walking in from mini, and Verum again within 1 round now. More early utility. Again, Verum pushing out outside again. It's paying off so far. Chu gets the first with the MP9. Wiz from the trade on top of T-side. Silo there. Wiz falling back and finds another. Walco throwing a 3rd pick into the mix there. It's only Frankie and Pendulum remaining. Pendulum, nice FAMAS play there. Ultimately gets traded by Clasia. All up to Frankie this round. 1v3 scenario. Does have an M4, no helmet. Frankie likely gonna save here.
Bomb has been planted.
Will most likely be successful saving the weapon unless RBG goes on a serious hunt here. C4 officially detonating there. RBG grabbing a 14th round. Looks like Verum indeed will take a technical timeout. Talk this over. Let's get a camera in the huddle there. Looks like the boys are discussing what to buy here, as they're again not in the best economic situation. Live play resuming. Verum opting for a couple of SMG, make that 3 SMGs. Able to get an M4 and an AUG in there as well. And once again, RBG tossing some Molotovs and HEs into A early. Jack's on top of Hot once again. Scotio peeking out from default. Lands the initial kill with the UMP, but Clasia right there to make a huge 2K, whipping around for the second. RBG just firmly taking inner there. Walco as well with a quick 2K right after Clasia's there. RBG now sitting at match point. Does Verum have the energy to take it to OT here? They're once again forced into a not ideal buy. That's 3 MP9s, 2 FAMASs on the CT side. Both teams coming out a bit aggressive there, meeting about halfway on the push near vending machine, but it's going to be Hex coming out on top of that one. A 2-for-1 trade with the AK-47. Still a minute 22 here. Verum at the one-man disadvantage, but it might be more of a disadvantage than just that as they're heavily outgunned here. Scotio with that MP9 seems like he's just being forced to watch too many angles here as he has to watch Heaven and essentially Squeaky there if it gets rushed too fast. RBG, though, looking to make their way towards B. Already down ramp. Not going to be met by any contest yet at B. It's going to be Chu likely making first contact at lower here. Making his way up control room stairs. Chop getting visuals on him. This might be bad news for Verum. Clasia able to find Chu at opposite doors there. It's all up to Scotty now. Whole match residing on his MP9 in 60 HP. You're moving through the smoke, but just too little, too late to work with there. Chop finding the headshot, and RBG officially clinching this BO1. I'll likely be going live for one of the next matches here. Going to be going offline for just a moment here.